Now I'm taking the third chapter of your physics book, Force and Pressure. Now what do you mean by force? Now you know that in order to move a body, force is required. And in order to stop a moving body, again a force is required. So force is required to move a body from its rest position or to stop a body from its moving position. Now whatever I have underlined, you also underline in your books, because those are the important sentences. That is the important part of the chapter, and you have to learn all the complete chapter. You have to learn, because I told you anything can be asked from within the chapter. Don't depend upon the questions which are given at the back. I can ask anything. What is being taught in the video, I can ask anything from it. So underline whatever I have underlined here. So by seeing the video, underline it, and those are the important part of the chapter. And from that only I am going to ask the questions. Again I am telling you, don't depend on the questions which are given at the back. I can ask anything from within the chapter also. So I was telling you what is force. So this is the definition of force. A push or a pull on an object is called force. So in order to bring a body to move, either you push the body or you pull a body. For that they have given you one example. You see there is a big block. Two boys are applying force on it. One is pulling it towards itself and the other is pushing it. So the one which is pulling the block towards itself, you can see that he is applying the force in a direction towards itself. And the one who is pushing the block is applying the force in a direction opposite to itself. So when we push again they have, this is the example of a block. They have also given you one more example in which direction the force is applied during the push or the pull with the help of a door. When we push the door to open it, we apply a force on the door in a direction away from us. So in order to push the door, we apply the force in a direction away from us. And when we pull the door, we exert a force on the door in a direction towards us. So in the case of the pull, we have to apply the force in a direction towards us. In the case of the push, we have to apply the force in a direction away from us. Now the next is forces due to an interaction. Now force acts on a body only when there is interaction between the two bodies. Interaction means when the two bodies are in contact with each other. When two bodies are in contact with each other, force can be applied, and with that force a body can move or stop. So interaction of an object with another object results in a force between the two objects. In other words, a force arises due to the interaction between two objects. So for that also they have given you one example. Example is, when the man pushes the car, there is an interaction between the man and the car. And during this interaction, a force arises which acts on the car and makes it move in the direction of the applied force. So this is the one example they have given between a man and a car to explain you how interaction is required for the force to be applied. Now we are going to read about moment of force, which is very important. What is moment of force? Now till now, you know, I told you in order to move the object, force is required. In order to stop a object, force is required. In that case, I was talking about the translatory motion. Now, it is not that force is applied for the translatory motion also. Force is applied on the objects also around a fixed point also. Means in that case we are not able to move the complete body. Why? Because the body is fixed at one point, and that fixed point we call it as the pivot. So what is the moment of force? Moment of force is a measure of its tendency to cause a body to rotate only about a specific point or axis. So the moment of a force is a measure of its tendency to cause a body to rotate. It will not move it in the translatory motion, but it is going to show the rotatory motion about a, instead of specific you learn fixed point, about a fixed point or axis, and that fixed point is called pivot. Now the other name for the moment of force is torque also. So moment of force is, other term for the moment of force is torque. Now I am going to take two examples to show how the moment of force is helps us to rotate a body. First example is of opening or closing a door. Now you know a door is fixed, and that fixed point, which we call it as the hinge, that is what? This is the hinge. Door is fixed at these points. So this is your hinges, which we call it as the pivot. This fixed point is called the pivot. Now you see that there is a handle provided, and with the help of the handle we open or close the door. Now why this handle is provided at the edge of the door? Why not it is applied near the hinge? Because if you are going to apply, open or close the door, if this handle will be near the hinge, very close to the hinge, and to open or close the door, lot of force will be required. And if it is at the hinge only, we will not be able to open or close the door. So this distance where you are applying force and the pivot, this distance we call it as the moment arm. So greater this distance, less will be the force required to open it. So greater the distance, more easy it will be for us to produce the torque, or to produce the moment of the force. So a door is a rigid body which can rotate about a fixed vertical axis passing through the hinges. What makes the door rotate? It is clear that unless a force is applied, the door does not rotate. But any force does not do the job. It is not that you apply force anywhere you want. That is why the handles or this are provided at the extreme edge of the door. Now force applied to the hinge cannot produce any rotation. As I told you, if the handle would be at this hinge, it is very difficult then to open the door. There will be no rotation at all. Whereas a force of given magnitude, which is applied at right angles to the door at its outer edge, is most effective in producing rotation. So if you apply force at right angles to the door at its outer edge, means at its extreme edge, it will produce rotation. Now another example they have given you of a Very common example that you have seen at your homes is wrench. What is wrench? As you can see in the figure, this is wrench, which a person is holding it. Wrench is a tool which is used to open or close the nuts, in order to open the nuts. As you open the nuts of your car also while you have a puncture. It works on the same principle of moment of force. Force is applied perpendicular to its one edge, means here the force is applied, and you apply the force in a direction perpendicular, whereas another edge is held on the another edge of the wrench is held at its nut. This is the, so nut now it means it acts as a pivot. This is a fixed point, pivot, around which you apply force, and you are going to rotate the wrench in a direction perpendicular to pivot. So the longer will the wrench will be, longer the wrench, less force is required, and this distance between the pivot and the length of the wrench, we call it as the moment arm. Force is applied perpendicularly to its one edge, whereas another edge is held in the nut. The center of the nut acts as the pivot. Perpendicular force creates a moment or the turning effect, and this helps us to fasten the nut. Now you see that the turning effect of the moment of force depends on the force applied, and it also depends upon the moment arm. So now the magnitude of the moment of a force acting about a point or axis, which is called pivot, is directly proportional to the distance of the force from the point on axis. Means more the distance, यानी कि more the moment arm, more will be the turning effect. So torque, as I told you, is also known as the moment of force. It is defined as the product of the force and the moment arm. For the force, you are going to use the letter capital F, and for the moment arm, which is the distance between the pivot and the line of action of force. So that will be used for as symbol small d. The moment arm, or which we call it as the lever arm also. What is it? Moment arm. This is the definition of moment arm. It is a perpendicular distance between the line of action of the force and the center of moment. So larger is the moment arm, larger will be the torque, means larger will be the turning effect, and also stronger is the force, larger will be the torque. Means more the force applied, more moment of force will be there. So the formula for the moment of force, which is capital M, is equal to force into moment arm, that is F into D. So M is equal to F into D. Now we are going to study about the unit of the moment of force. SI unit of moment of force is Newton meter. What is the SI unit of moment of force? It is Newton meter, because the unit of force is Newton and the SI unit of distance is meter. So Newton into force into distance means Newton into meter. So it becomes Newton meter. And you have to learn the definition of this Newton meter also. Define 1 Newton meter. Define 1 Newton meter. It is equal to the torque resulting from a force of 1 Newton applied perpendicularly to the end of the moment arm that is 1 meter long. So learn this definition also of 1 Newton meter. Now there are two solved numericals given for you. Let me just tell you how it has been solved, because then you are going to solve the numericals which are given at the back of your exercise. A force of 100 Newton is applied perpendicularly on a spanner at a distance of 10 centimeter from a nut. Find the torque produced by the force. Now you see how much is the distance given. It is given as 10 centimeter and it has to be converted into its SI unit. So in order to convert it, this distance 10 centimeter into meter, we will divide by 100. 1 0 cancels out and it becomes 1 upon 10, which is 0.1 meter. So this is how the distance has been given to you as 0.1 meter. And how much is the force applied? Force applied is given to you in the question as 100 Newton. So and then you are going to apply the formula of torque or moment of force. Torque is equal to, write the formula first. It is must for you to write the formula first. 0.1 into 100. Shift the decimal towards right. 1 0 will cancel and it will be 10 Newton meter. Now there is one more numerical. The steering of a car has radius 16 centimeter. Now you know that the car rotate about this fixed point. This is a steering wheel. Car rotate about this fixed point, which we call it as a pivot. And as the radius of the steering wheel has been given 16 centimeter, it means it is the moment arm. Find the torque produced by a couple of. Now the force which is applied perpendicularly, as we apply in this case the force perpendicularly. So this force applied perpendicularly is also known as couple, is 50 Newton. Now again you are going to apply the formula of, again convert this 16 centimeter into meter by dividing by 100 and you are going to get it as 0.16 meter when you divide it by 100. So torque will be distance into force, 0.16 into 50. When you multiply it, you are going to get it as 8 Newton meter. So in order to solve the numericals, it is must for you to write the formula. It is must for you to write the unit. If you don't write the unit or if you don't write the formula, you will lose marks. Now today I am giving you the homework as test your understanding. And in the next, when we'll have the next class, I am going to ask you the answers about this test your understanding in the class. Now in the next video, I am going to deal you with the pressure. So watch the video carefully and do this test your understanding.